Matt, right at a year ago on this show, I debated you about the new open carry law that was coming into existence in Texas and in Florida. And look what has happened now in Florida. 62-year-old black man, legal gun holder, with his license on him, his open carry firearm on his hip, walking in a Walmart parking lot. White man working at Walmart sees him with the gun, jumps on him. Two other white men get involved and help restrain this man, take his firearm from him, assault him on the ground, and he's yelling, "I'm a legal gun permit holder." And they didn't believe him, and they assaulted that 60-year-old grandfather. I said on this show that that law that was being passed was for white people, that it was not intended for the black man. And I'm saying it again.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
If black people truly believe that we can walk around here with guns on our hips, should we be able to with a law being like that? Yes. But that law was never intended for us. That was intended to give you all the legal right to walk around with guns on your hips.
Here's the part of the conversation that you should also tell people. First of all, there are millions, more than likely, of incidents where black men and white men or women go into a place with their, legal firearm and nothing happens. But we don't hear those stories. They choose these ridiculous stories, and I don't know how much of this story is actually true or not true, but let's just say that what you're telling me is true, that whoever, assaulted this guy ought to go to jail or to be charged with that. And those things, unfortunately, happen to black and white. But the problem is we take the black man that went down, and this is wrong. If there were criminals, then those criminals should pay for that. But we turn it into a racist discussion, and that's not what we should be doing. What we should be doing is reminding people that own guns to make sure you walk in and people understand you're where you're supposed to be, especially in Houston now that we have open carry available. And to other people, that if you see it, that you act properly and not try to use it as some ability to call racism.
Matt, what I'm saying to you is there's a double standard in America when it comes to black men and black people in particular when it comes to the law. And I'm saying to you, I don't see large numbers of black men and black people walking around with open guns on their hips in the black community since the open carry law has passed since January 1st.
Well, can't they? Why?
But I'm telling you, Matt, you don't understand what it is to be a black man in America walking around with a gun on his hip. And I am telling you, if a brother thinks he can walk into a white neighborhood in the suburbs with a gun on his hip, I think the police would come and shoot first and ask questions later. I am telling you, it's a dangerous law.
You're right.
And as I predicted a year ago on the show that this would happen, I'm predicting right now that some brother is going to be gunned down unjustly because that law does not apply to us.
Here's what you're right about, Quanell. I'm not a black man. You know what? You're not a white man. So you have no idea how many times I have seen black men with guns. And I have done nothing except say, hey, how you doing? And what you're trying to do is turn this into a racist discussion that doesn't need to be discussed.
You saw black men with guns and didn't call 911? Really, Matt? Okay.
Yeah,
let's be honest,
tough to believe.
Matt, at the end of the day, Matt, that law does not apply to us.
I've seen white men with guns, too.
Those are your homeboys.